Hey everybody, I am here today to talk to you about some tips for growing lettuce for beginners. That's right, in this specific video I will be going over 5 very specific tips for growing lettuce for beginners. Let's get right into this instructional video tutorial. These are the 5 tips. Starting off with number one, you want to choose a cool location. So you want to choose a location that is going to have some shade, okay? It doesn't need to be cool all day long, but you do want it to be cool enough via shade. So as you can see right over here, this is right now an area that has shade. It is considered a cool location because it gets a decent amount of shade every single day. So that's tip number 1, choose a cool location that gets some shade. Tip number 2 is choose a sunny location. So obviously you want a location that has more than enough sun per day. So throughout the day, this location is going to get some sun, and it is also considered a sunny location. When you put tips 1 and 2 together, a cool location and a sunny location, ideally you want an area that gets 5 to 6 hours of sunlight every day and also some shade. So this location gets 5 to 6 hours roughly of sunlight per day and then some shade. It is the perfect location, which is why the lettuce is growing so well, as you can see over here. Okay, so that's ideal. Obviously some days it might get more sunlight, some days it might get less sunlight, but just on average that's the amount of sunlight that you want and shade that you want per day. Okay, 5 to 6 hours of sunlight per day and then also some shade. Okay, a location that is sunny and cool. All right, moving on to tip number 3. Tip number 3, moist soil. You want the soil to be moist, okay? It doesn't mean that the soil has to be moist all day long, but you do want the soil to be moist. Meaning you have to water it well enough and often enough. So more than enough water and watering it often enough as well in order for that soil to be moist. It needs to be moist for several hours every day. It doesn't need to be moist all day, but you want it to be moist for several hours every day. So water it more than enough. Basically, that's the idea there. Okay. Tip number 4. Tip number 4 is well-drained soil. You want the soil itself to be well draining. This is because although you want the soil to be moist, you don't want it to stay soaking wet. So the idea is when you water it, you get the soil, wet, and then it drains out, and then it ends up just being moist. So in order to do that, you need to choose the right soil that drains well in itself, and you need to choose the right surrounding that drains well as well. If you have well-draining soil, okay, which is the soil itself and the surrounding around the actual plant, then you are going to have some good growing lettuce, some well-growing lettuce, okay? Last but not least is tip number 5. Tip number 5 is harvest the outer leaves when they're big enough to eat, okay? So essentially, every plant is going to have outer leaves, and when those outer leaves are big enough to eat, you're going to harvest them. Now, I'm talking about leaf lettuce. I'm not necessarily talking about lettuce that grows in the form of like a lettuce head. That's a little bit different, but if you're dealing with leaf lettuce, this is one plant, for instance, when the outer leaves are big enough to eat, you're going to harvest them. That promotes fast growth, it promotes good growth, and you can see over there those leaves are much bigger over there. Okay, those leaves over there are much bigger, so you're going to harvest them when they're big enough to eat. It just promotes a very, very good, well-growing plant in many ways. And that's basically it. Those are the tips that you need if you want to grow some awesome lettuce just like this over here. And that's it. Hopefully you liked this video. So we're going to roll the outro. I got nothing else to say, so we are indeed going to roll the outro. Let's do this. If you like this video tutorial, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. Sorry, I should apologize. I called it a video tutorial. It's more of a tip video, but at the end of the day, whether it's a tutorial video or a tip video, I hope that you like the video in general. So we're going to roll the outro again without mentioning the fact that it's a tutorial or a tip video. We're just going to roll the outro as a whole again. I got nothing else to say, so let's officially roll the outro for the official last time. Here we go. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment, and of course be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.